Hello everyone, welcome to Canteen Cup. My name is Scott. Welcome to day one of lockdown. So what do we do today? I mostly worked in the yard. If you remember from yesterday, this area was all filled with trees. And now today, they're all over there. So hopefully in the next week or so I can get somebody to come and pick them up for pulpwood. I'm starting on my new section, which is over here. What I've decided to do is kind of get what I call the low-hanging fruit first, all the easier to get at trees, and then I'll go back and have to dig out the other ones. And so I started working on this pile, and then I came across this tree stump. This is probably the biggest tree stump that I probably had to deal with. Right now I haven't gotten it to where my tractor can move it. I can't push it, I can't pull it. It's a pretty good sized pine tree. Let me put my hand down here. My hand doesn't quite make it to the center rings. Here, let me show you. It's about an 18 to 20 inch in diameter tree at the base. I managed to get it down off the pile. Once I got it here, it stopped. So I think what I might try and do, if I can't move it tomorrow or the next day, I may come out here and set it upright and then try to burn it through and then take it apart that way. Because like I said, I could not get my tractor to push it, couldn't get it to pull it. It's a big stump, and I think, looking at what I have left, this is probably the last really big stump. This is probably the biggest stump that I've had to deal with so far. So, but even with all those difficulties, I'm glad I don't have it in the ground, that I don't have to otherwise dig it out, burn it out in the ground. That just takes too long. And so we're getting there. I've got this pile, and then the pile behind me, and then I go back around again, and we'll about get her done. So I think, as I mentioned before, now is the time for you to go into your heightened security, whatever that looks like for you. For us, it means that I'm pretty much either I'm carrying a firearm with me on my person, or if I'm in the house, one is very nearby. Today it's the Glock 19, and I got a new holster for it, and I kind of like it. It's a holster made by Alien Gear, and it's called their Shapeshifter. And what it does is you buy a shell, and then you can either use that shell for like an inside the waistband carry, you can use it for a molly carry, you can use it for outside the waistband carry. I think you can put it in a shoulder harness. It's very versatile. And so really what that means is you buy one shell per pistol or revolver. I don't think they have revolvers, but one shell per pistol, and then you buy the different backs. And I kind of like that because I'm only wearing one at a time, and so it takes about a minute to transfer it over from one style to the other. The good part about that is about half the price of buying a whole new holster for each gun. But I do like it, and I'll be wearing it for the foreseeable future, and I'll let you know how it works out. I wore it all through work today. I'm still kind of soaking wet, and I can tell that my, the padding is damp, but it's not uncomfortable. In other words, I don't feel like there's a hot spot or a sweat spot. And then the gun looks pretty dry, so that's good enough for me. But I think everybody should be, thinking about heightened security. Out where I am, I've seen no signs of crazy going on yet. I'm not sure there's going to be crazy. It looks like they are doing things to keep the food shelves stocked. So if you need food, and if you haven't gotten your food yet, go get it. We are going to do our best to stay out of stores. We are going to try and stay locked down. I think the only exceptions I have is to go get our mail, because we have a post office box, and to take the trash out. And both of those do not require human contact or human intervention. So most of the times when I go to the post office, I'm the only one in there. Most of the times I go to the trash, there may be another person, putting trash out in the dumpster 2 or 3 down. So we're not, we're not talking. Yeah, we are trying to work through this property. We want to get it as ready as we can. There's, even after we clear all the land, then we'll have to go back and burn all the other stumps that we don't have. But we can do that in one area. The biggest thing for me right now is to get all these trees along the perimeter out and cut up, because right now, pulling them out of that pile and cutting them up, I'm using most of this yard with my tractor. And so once I get them out and cut up, then I can start, tilling the land, amending the land, and getting it ready to grow things. So that's it for today. Oh, and also too, you always carry a knife. I have several different pocket knives, but this is the one I carry the most. It's a Benchmade bug out, but I'm bugging in. But I like it a lot. It's got a nice blade shape. It's got a good lock. But what I really like about it is it's light. I do not like a lot of weight in my pockets, and so I really like it. So that's it. I'm gonna go in and get cleaned up, and hopefully Mama has something on the table for supper. So everybody stay safe. Keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this virus. I don't know how severe it is, but it is killing people. So be careful. And I just read today that 40% of the people that they are admitting into hospitals are between the ages of 20 and 54. So you young guys out there, it's not a free lunch for you. We are sheltering in. We are staying away. We are a little older, but we're both fairly healthy. Also too, I found out that I was reading last night that blood type may have something to do with the severity of the disease. And what they're discovering is that people with blood type O are fairly resistant to the virus, and people with blood type A are fairly susceptible for the virus. So when you're factoring your contingency plans, you may want to consider that too. So that's all I got for everybody today. Just a quick update. Let you know that life is well on the ranch. Stay safe and stay secure. We'll see you.